The Electoral Commission should be in the forefront of reminding all political players that good politics is a competition of ideas, where people receive communication from those who are seeking political office and choose on the basis of the superiority of ideas. And any individual or group of individuals who perpetrate or encourage people to participate in violent activities should be barred from participating in the electoral process. It is only when there is firmness against perpetrators of violence that a clear message is sent to others that violence will be punished and will not be tolerated. The elections in Uganda are not unique and different from other elections in the continent of Africa. We have seen it in Kenya, in different countries. Violence appears to be part and parcel of our electoral processes, and electoral processes are attended by violence, by cutthroat competition, because the politicians see elective positions as positions of material aggrandizement. We must liberate the politicians from the belief that their role as politicians is to use any means necessary. We must redefine leadership. When we redefine leadership as positions of trust and responsibility, then the politicians will themselves be liberated from using violence. They'll make the political process one where their ideas are subjected to scrutiny and they are elected on the basis of those ideas. Until we do that, we will always have violence. Until we do that, we'll always have conflict. Until we do that, we will be poisoning the political chalice to the detriment of the society, to the detriment of this generation and generations yet to be born, and therefore to the detriment of our countries. Liberate yourselves from greed. Liberate yourselves from seeking power at all costs. Liberate yourselves from the spirit of seeking things that will not help the country. Liberate yourselves from seeking power for power's sake. Embrace trusteeship. Embrace citizenship. As the Greeks used to say, in any society there are tribalists and there are idiots and there are citizens. I'm asking all of us, not only in Uganda, in the continent of Africa, let us be citizens who do things that are in the best interest of our countries and that makes our countries great and makes Africans great and respectable throughout the world. It can be done and it must be done. There is little to elaborate. I know, for example, friends of mine who are clergy no longer allow politicians to speak in the church. When you come to church, you are congregant, you worship and leave. If you want to hold a political rally, you go and hold it somewhere else, not in church. Why is it that they do it in church? They don't do it in the mosques. Why? It's because some, not all, of Christian leaders have been bought over by the political class. The time for liberation is now. Criminalize all forms of bribery. Whether the bribery takes the form of a bag of rice, whether it takes the form of cash, whether it takes the form of food which is offered, easier said than done. But it is being done in other countries. Why do we in Africa think that things must be easy? Nothing is easy. When you want good things, you must work for them. So let us not say that because it has been happening. For how long has it been happening? It has been happening for a very short time. So if you criminalize and punish people, part of the problem in Africa is impunity. People kill without consequence. People maim without consequence. People loot without consequence. The day we begin to punish people, that is the day people will begin to know that if you do the wrong thing, then you spend time in Luzira. We are wearing borrowed clothes. We inherited a system which was bequeathed to us by the colonizer, we are using the ways of the slave master to liberate the slave. It can never happen. We must redefine governance. The day we define governance, with the day we redefine governance and go into our systems and pick the positives out of there, that is the day we will begin to move in the right direction. And there are no instant coffee solutions. There are no microwave solutions. It may not happen in your lifetime, but let us begin. There is a saying in Kiswahili that when you want to travel on Friday, you start preparing on Thursday. That, I believe, is sufficiently indicative of what must happen. Electoral processes are processes. Remember, it is a process, not an event. It starts with voter registration. It continues with voter education. And the casting of the ballot is merely not the end of it, but what brings us to the end, which is the counting of it. We must have faith in the entire chain. And once we do that, people will begin to have trust. And it varies from country to country. Why is it that Germany, with a population of 82 million, counts votes in 8 hours, and African countries with voters that are not 12 million can't count? It takes them days. It is because we have no faith in ourselves. We have no faith in our systems. And when you have no faith in yourselves, you can't produce a result that is acceptable to the critical mass. Let's ask ourselves, what is leadership? Leadership is service. And women are not present in electoral leadership as they should be, not in the numbers that we would want, because we have made the process so violent, so toxic, that they don't want to participate. Women, when they attend rallies, have to wear jeans and trousers and running shoes, because you never know when a stone will be thrown. The day we make the environment one in which my mother, my sister, and my brother and other people can participate on an equal basis, and my wife, my daughter, can come with high-heeled shoes in the knowledge that after sharing ideas, she'll walk comfortable. That is the day that we will have women, because it will be a contest of the minds, not a contest of who can hire more goons and who can throw stones better. That day must come. Leaders are critical. Whether it is the electoral process as bequeathed to us by Europe and America is a debate that Africa must now engage in. It would appear to me that in Africa, elections give birth to death and violence. So the time is now for us to be courageous enough to ask ourselves, what systems of governance will immunize ourselves from this pain? For the moment, we have lemon, let us make ourselves lemonade. Technology and machines are manipulated by man. They don't act of their own motion. And if men and women are dishonest, technology will produce dishonest results. So the first thing is to deal with values and virtues of the men and women behind the machines. Artificial intelligence is good for those who are honest. It is a good servant and a bad master. That is the nature of technology. It is like the knife. You can use it to cut meat and eat meat, and you can also use it to kill. Choose you now how you use the knife.